Hello everyone. How are you? Hope you all are doing okay, and I hope you all are looking after number one, and that's you. Because Lord knows if you don't have the strength to deal with the challenges in these times, you're already losing the race. So, guys, I've been absent a bit, and many topics have passed me, but as I go along, I'll make up for them. I have a family emergency that is of priority I had to deal with, but you know what? God is God and God got this. So things is a bit better at the moment. So I've not forgotten you guys, but anyway, I see where CMR did an interview with the fix. I'm angry. I want to fight. Boy, fix me, I tell you, say, I think you dropped the ball right there interviewing CMR to give him that attention that he's seeking. There's something about this man that craves so much for attention. I know they make their money via social media and basically does nothing else, but this crave for attention by any which way is not a good thing, especially on a man, especially during a time like this. So now, CMR, you're out here looking validation that you're a good man and father in such a selfish, narcissistic way, turning a blind eye to the fact that now you're hurting your own image, and worst of all, you're continuing to enable the teardown of your own family life. All you simply had to do, was just focus on moving on forward. The last thing you should be doing right now is interviews. And I know the fix right now is on a roll, as the hatred for Jeffrey is going to get them many interviews, because Jeffrey dropped the ball when he took advantage of walk and talk, which brought more attention to him, that a lot of people believing that he is hype and show off and thinks he knows it all, and worst of all, because he thinks he is the biggest thing on social media and seemingly putting down all other social media users. And the fact that there is an alleged beef between Jeffrey and the fix, people really are going to be running to your opposite. The thing is, if they really took the time out to watch and understand Jeffrey, he actually is a nice guy, real down to earth, and not kissing no ass, very independent and very confident, but a bit controversial. The thing is with him is that him just set things as him see it. Him not pretty up things and fix up things. And that can go down the wrong way with some people. The thing is, what I held against him was the fact of how he dealt with walk and talk. But in all aspects, he has tried to be humbled and to move forward from that. And you have to respect him for that. He has complimented and said many good things about walk and talk. At the same time, the little style, you drop little word here and there. But that is the past that can be forgiven. As you know, all of that comes with the business of social media. But you got to give it to him. His interviews are on the ball. And his interviews generally stands out. You got to give it to him. He is good at what he does. I actually think he could take over from Ramesh in the entertainment industry in terms of gathering talents for social media and entertainment. So at the end of the day, it's a Jamaican thing. Bad mind book because they're going to say he's a bit cocky. You don't know Jamaica culture is like. So the support is going to go to his so-called enemy, the fix. So hatred for Jeffrey makes the fix benefits. Grown folks will understand what I'm saying. The fix has always been a humble set, so they deserve all the benefits and accolades they are getting. But wham, they dropped the ball when they interviewed CMR. They asked a bag of nothing. They just gave him the platform to sell himself as if he's a good man and a good father, when there was evidence he was arrested. There was evidence that he go to court and he got bailed. There is statements by his victim given to the Orange County Police Department that is there to look on their website of how inappropriate he was with his stepdaughter. And she sure gave a very graphic description. And it's out there for everyone to see. And the only reason he is not sentenced right now and in prison is because there is not enough evidence for a solid case. Because, really and truly, because he never actually jumped the fence, it would take for the parents or guardian to push this case and provide anything that they can to make sure that justice was served. And you know that would have been his wife, and she was not going to do that. Because really and truly, he circled the fence, he touched the fence, he looked at the fence. All of this was inappropriate, but he never actually jumped the fence. And of course, if the mother, Watchcrissywork, wanted to make a real case in this case, it would not end like the way it did. Pure manipulation, because in silence she is using the Bible, manipulating the little missy about forgiveness and God this and God that, in a context of letting it go and forgive. As per the report, remember, young Missy never wanted anything to happen to her stepfather CMR. She just wanted him to stop what he was doing to make her uncomfortable. Now, there are allegations out there that the army intervened and helped him in their own way, so he got a second chance. As Chrissy herself always say, CMR is not normal, he needs help. They all know why that is so. Now, the more he speaks, is the more guilty he looks and sounds, and the more he is bringing attention to the situation. CMR, come here. You and me know, and you know we believe. You did what you did to Missy. You got a second chance. Come down now, no? I see you and Chrissy pouting church and Bible scripture as usual. Anytime people want to draw a wool over people's eyes to cover their mess, they use God as a scapegoat and the Bible and so on, thinking it's going to influence solid-minded people from what is actually going on. I am warning you guys, stop flying up in God's face. You guys have benefited so much from social media. God has been your guiding light. Remember, if it wasn't meant to be, it wouldn't have been done. Stop being ungrateful and fly up in a God's face, then use him as a shield for cover on the nastiness. Because if you lot really believe in God, come down now. Stop it. I know YouTube is how you guys make your money. You can do and talk about other things. Leave this topic, CMR. Stop responding to bloggers or vloggers or comments. Your actions cause this. This is the price you pay for living your life on social media. You have used viewers and commenters to get paid when all is well. Their views and comments are welcome. But when a situation like this arises and their opinions on your actions are not what you would want them to be saying, you have a problem with it. Remember, you guys put yourself out there as influencers, putting on their lives on social media, drawing all these fans in as being a part of your families. You can't stop them from commenting and talking about your lives. They are your lives. They are how you guys get paid. CMR, you and Chrissy is living in the Lulu land. If after you was arrested by the Orange County Sheriff Department, which was a whole shock of a social media, for such an act that took place in your home, the victim, your stepdaughter, who is a part of the Carter family, that everyone that follows you guys and loves you guys are a part of. And all that graphic description in the police report, you really believe everyone who is seeing that is going to be okay with that? You are even brought before a judge, bailed, and you lot really believe people would stay quiet. Eh? Even though you get off the case right now, intelligent minds know that there was not much evidence to pursue it. And if, based on the kind of situation it is and the kind of act it is, if the parents and guardian is not pushing it for some reason or the other and providing any more evidence or getting the child to say everything that you have experienced, there won't be any much evidence to go any further anyway. You know, shame on yourself, CMR. You did such a act, but you would love for the people out there in the social media space to question the integrity of this child, to make them believe that this child possibly is a problem child and a liar, when everybody looking on can see that this child is even more intelligent than you and Chrissy. Even in her statement, she understood what she was doing. She never wanted anything to happen to your CMR. All she's saying that she just wanted an adult to let you know how serious it is affecting her, and she wants you to stop because she know her mother would not have done anything about it, and she may have dropped hints before to Chrissy, but Chrissy just brush it under the carpet. I don't think she dismissed it. I think what she has done is thinking, listen, I'm going to pay keen attention. But remember, with her schedule and how busy she is, sometimes things will slip between the crack, and that is the dangerous part of the whole thing. Hence the reason I understand why she would have gone out of the home to ask for help. Now, instead of you humble yourself and thank God you're not looking forward to serving a prison sentence, instead you flip the script and saying people bad mind you. Bad mind you for what? Because you were out there. Bad mind you for what? Because they were not there with you, CMR, to see you in action. Remember, we're talking about the case, What? They hating you because your position as being a wasted, perverted man. What are people really bad minding you for when we are dealing with a case at hand that has come to the public via you being arrested by the police? As we are talking about the case of an underage young miss who is not freely able to talk for herself and can be easily manipulated to believe anything she says can disrupt the family and incur the hatred of her sisters who their father is who is in question. Do you understand? This young miss is loved by social media because just like how we are watching Chrissy and CMR, you guys are just a part of the equation. We are noticing how the children are being grown. We are noticing how intelligent they are. We are noticing how they speak. And this young lady stands out as even being much smarter than even the adults that are supposed to be starring the show. My heart goes out to this little miss. So much so because even though she is still going through all this, she's still been thrust in front of the cameras. I know emotionally she is breaking inside because she's old enough to see this man on social media making an ass of himself, no remorse, like he did nothing. How dare you, CMR, think everyone is okay with this and people should love you the same? What you did digs up pain to many people who are hurting, especially many people who are Jamaicans, who had to go through same or similar situations where they had to stay silent and no one believe in them. Well, I want to tell you, I believe Jay, as this Missy is so intelligent, articulate, polite, and bright, and you should never be allowed to corrupt her world. CMR, come down. You despicable want to be seeking attention, man. Have you no shame? You out here seeking love and attention and validation from social media instead of seeking forgiveness from your friends and family and your fans who really are disappointed in you. Your whole action right now is one of entitlement and you want to be justified as being innocent. Humble yourself because who without sin cast the first stone, and you need to play your part in the process where you can be forgiven by God and social media. Your actions will always be remembered, but forgiveness can come because worse it never went all the way. But your actions have to be one of humbling, because if you think you can fight fire with fire and fight social media, you're in for a rude awakening. We will drag you for the waste man that you are to the end of time. So if I was like you, or my best advice to you is to come down. Come down off that arse, because you see karma is a hell ever thing, and everything you have can be taken away just like that. Nobody is not saying you are to stop blogging, because that is how you survive. But what I'm saying is, this topic, it doesn't matter what anyone say, ignore them, because the more you speak, it only making you look worse and disrespectful to the fact that your actions is what caused this. You are the downfall to your family. I wonder how you feel. Where do you thinking say because of you make Chrissy there here, she got owe you for the rest of her life and she must sacrifice her daughter to you? Chrissy has paid you back a million fold since you brought her here. Because remember, she's the brain on social media. She is the one that is pushing it. She is the one that really makes the money. Yes, not saying you're not doing anything. What I'm saying is that you have benefited from the fact that you brought her here. She can't continue paying you for the rest of her life. No, Chrissy. The thing is, I've lost all respect or ratings for you, especially right now. But in my heart, I kind of feel a kind of understanding or trying to understand it from your point of view. But I'm going to try to hold a position and see if I can dissect your mind and what you're thinking. Based on your silent and your subliminaries, I know CMR brought you to the USA and it gave you and your children a chance for a better life. You both built an empire on social media with the presence of your family, and that's how you will not make a living. And if you leave or divorce CMR, it's really going to cost you heavy in the pocket. Plus, managing 4 children day to day, school runs, gym, sports, and all the activities that your children are involved with, plus your position on social media, doing work for your sponsors, and last but not least, the benefits of being an army wife. The fact is that CMR was in the army and there's lots of benefits that you are receiving that is necessarily throughout the development of the children and the lifespan. It will take a toll because you alone can't do it all by yourself. I can see that. And it is not cheap to employ somebody to do the same things that CMR was doing. So even though some people may say, yeah man, you can hire help and so on, it logically don't make sense because really and truly, they're not millionaires. You really and truly need someone to be there doing some of these runs, someone who you can trust to a level. And he has an invested interest in making sure everything that you, Chrissy, are doing is running smooth, because how else is he going to get benefit from all of that? And trust and believe, I understand doing vlogging, family life, especially at the level you guys are at, is insane. You will burn right out if you try to do it alone. You have a mortgage. CMR have no other job or career where he can fall back on or where he can give you some help. All the monies are coming from what you guys do on social media. So really and truly, the fact of the matter is, if you were to leave CMR, there's a lot that would be taken from your children. And you really and truly need to keep every cent within the family so everyone can benefit on a whole. Not that you can't do it alone, because many single mothers are out there doing it and getting it done the right way. But at the end of the day, you have to know what is important to you and what you are willing to sacrifice and what stand you need to take in this situation. Even though you are the main breadwinner bringing to the family, the fact is that you have a contract in terms of a marriage with CMR, plus you guys build an empire together. So it would be a lot taken away from you, and your children are still young. So I know all is on you, Chrissy, and you have to be thinking logically. You can't listen to who saying do this or don't do that. You have to make the logical decision, because at the end of the day, when they gone to them bed or gone to them yard or turn off them TV or them phones or them tablet, are you alone going to deal with the reality of your life. And I try very much so to understand that. So people can say all they want about you, and they're saying you're not coming out. and making sure you get justice for your daughter. But the thing is, you're torn. If you come out and speak for your daughter, it would be said you're tearing down your husband, CMR. And if you come out to defend your husband, CMR, they would harm you. Remember me tell you, them would name your white foal, saying you throw your daughter under the bus for man. And trust and believe, you think social media is hating right now? You would get so much more beating and hatred on social media. Plus, sponsors would not judge you by what you say. Right now, they have nothing to go by in terms of if you had said anything on the matter. You just continue working. Either way, that would not be good for your business. I know you're a tough cookie and you thinking you will deal with CMR in your own way. And to the best of your ability, you're going to watch him now even closer. Girl, good luck with that. As Chrissy, you see your husband CMR? He is the weapon that formed against you. And when you talk about people hate and bad mind you, newsflash, girl. Watchcrissywork. Listen to me, girl. It's your husband, CMR. He is your biggest enemy. He bad minds you for what you are able to achieve, even though he's benefiting. Yes? Because everybody in your circle is benefiting from it all. But just bear in mind, on his part, he's trying to bust in the music industry. So he had another means of income. But trust and believe me, it will even be worse now for him. Him not going to get no bus there, so. I just God and God alone. Girl, go New City. Because, girl, you got to put on your big girl drawers. Because the worst is yet to come. Because you see, CMR lives for validation from social media. And when he sees he will never get that, as that horse done gone through the gate, worse with the more he rants and do interviews on social media, he will be manifesting in other ways. Remember, I tell you, some people you have to let them go and love them from a distance. To each his own. Anyway, guys, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to my platform, please. Love you all. Bye for now.